How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to WordForge. My name's Kevin. Today is a update video on my progress in writing. One part of the video, these videos are probably more than likely going to be every Sunday, and it's just going to be me updating you on what stories I'm working on, which ones I worked on that week, through that week, and how far I got. In case you're curious, I am actually attempting to do traditional published. I've seen a lot of YouTubers that like to go down the self-published route. That's fine. I'm going to try and go down the traditional publishing, which is what Brian Lee Durfee did. He's technically an author and a booktuber as well. He reviews books. Unfortunately, this entire week, I wrote a total of a big fat 0 words. So that's bad. It's not even really about procrastination. It's just laziness. It's not even writer's block. Me, I don't believe in writer's block. I kind of feel like it's just an excuse. Usually I find that there's a logical reason to why I didn't do something, even if I was at the computer staring at a page and nothing was flowing. I don't call that writer's block. To me, writer's block is a fictional thing. It's a made-up words, although technically all words are technically, but semantics technicalities. Yes, that comes to the iteration that, like, House of the Horrid, which is a middle grade horror story, because I was inspired by R.L. Stine back in the day when I was in middle grade myself to want to be a writer. So, for me, it's like, why not do what inspired me to want to be a writer? I didn't write anything in House of the Horrid. Undead Tales is basically my own version of what we call the zombie apocalypse. I'm not going to dive deep into how I got these ideas. I'll probably create a separate video for that. These are both books. Undead Tales is more of an adult book. Of course, when I say adult book, I'm not talking like rated R. I'm just saying, like, if you were to go to the horror section, you'd have to go to, the horror section. You're not going to find it in the middle grade or YA section, which technically YA in this modern age is technically adult. Just back in my day, it was called teenager, but whatever. Echoes of Anna is a short story that I'm attempting to write, and you can see that it's in magazines, a category I created. So it's something I'm going to attempt to get published in an actual story magazine. Aurora and the Page Knights is kind of a story that I put on hold because I'm working on a different one, which I'm surprised I haven't added it in here. This was supposed to be a series, but I thought it'd probably be better to create a standalone book. It's also middle grade. That would be better. In fact, a lot of stuff that I created for series, I'm decided to do a standalone book. The only exception is House of the Horrid. As we can see, Deeper, Darker, Stranger is the name of the series, but each individual story is going to be different. So it's a series, but not a continuing story series kind of series. To Sleep Among Dragons was, Echoes of Anna is science fiction. To Sleep Among Dragons is another short story I'm working on to submit to magazines. That's going to be fantasy. Skippy is also a science fiction with the intention to submit to various magazines. Books and Blood is, technically it would be categorized cozy fantasy. It's taking place in this world that I've created called Dragurth, which, yes, is a play on dragons and Earth, but it has nothing to do with Earth itself. Anyway, this is kind of the update for the week that just passed. I did no writing. I'm currently house setting for my uncle. He doesn't have the internet. He doesn't have cable. So, I do take a game console over there to play a game and to watch Blu-rays because his Blu-ray player is old. So for some reason, it doesn't play any of mine. So I've been rewatching Star Trek: The Next Generation at his house. But it's also a great time to do some writing, which I do plan on doing. So definitely next Sunday, we will have some words that I actually wrote. Unfortunately, this week was a failure. This is also one reason why I decided to create this channel, because if I can gather an audience, people interested in my stories, be they short or novels, be they published traditionally or self-published, then of course, hopefully they'll kind of keep me in check. Like, hey, you're 41 years old, bro. You're not getting any younger. You better chop, chop, chop. Stop procrastinating. It's kind of like this accountability. I was also kind of inspired by Brandon Sanderson because he updates people weekly on how many words he's written and what he's working on. And I figured it would be a good way to kind of keep accountability for myself to make sure that I'm writing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video in some fashion or form. And whether you are a reader or whether you are a writer, I hope you keep forging.